Well, I lost hope on Angry Joe a while ago, but they're still capable of a good review here and there. But when they try to break down a allegedly dumb movie, oh boy, they mess themselves up. Like that Romulus review was horrible. They get everything wrong. They could not understand the film at all. But Venom: The Last Dance is a rare bird that even if you're not paying attention, you're gonna notice a lot of problems and mistakes. So we're gonna give the boys another chance, and I'm going to agree, but also disagree a little bit because I think they went a little too far. But yeah, it is an incredibly dumb film. So minor spoilers ahead. Get ready.
Or
Right.
before.
These symbiotes have gone across the galaxy. Apparently, there's 6 of them on Earth, maybe more on.
Now, if I'm being consistent, Zack Snyder also have a bit of a codex fetish with Man of Steel. So I want to be careful there. Yeah, the codex has been overused or not used properly in a lot of films now. I don't know why this magic word codex is everywhere. Yeah, it is true. Like, why Null wants Venom in particular seems a little weird because technically, just go after the other symbiotes, right? Like, you don't have to kill them, which we see at the end they clearly do, and you're like, wait, wouldn't it be better to capture them? I guess technically this is not illogical. It's just Null has not a good plan. He just sends these crab devil dog thingies and just like doesn't have a good plan. Just send them out there without a good plan. Okay, alrighty then. But now this next thing is not technically a plot issue, but you can definitely say they were teasing certain things that, spoilers, they don't ever really get to in the movie.
Happens. Eventually, he wants to get on a plane to go to New York, and we're like, "Whoa, are we gonna get some Spider-Man? Like, what is this? Why New York of all places?" Doesn't get to New York.
He wants to blackmail a judge.
That's why. That's
Now, if I'm being honest, I fell for this too. There were a lot of wild speculation and rumors, and the trailers definitely misrepresented the film because they were hinting that there's a small kid, which does show up. There is a small kid, and this is Spider Man. And Venom meets a very young version of Spider Man and may be forced to do something crazy. It's like, oh, wow, that's shocking. No, there is a small kid, and the small kid is actually a good actor, but nothing to do with Spider Man. So if you're looking forward for Tom Holland, full on Spider Man, to appear, interact with Venom, that does not happen. Spider Man really does not appear in most of the main film. But boy, they give you hints because, yes, early on, Eddie has to go to New York, and you're like, oh, he has to go to New York? Spider Man's in New York. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. And it's like, yeah, because we have the multiverse. Oh my God, it's Deadpool Wolverine. It doesn't have to be Tom Holland. It could be another. No, no. They just bait it, and it's like, oh, is he gonna see Spider Man in Vegas? No, no, it just went nowhere. Maybe an early version of the film because they cut out a lot because the editing is really strange. But in the version we have, no Spider Man, just Venom dancing in Vegas. Disappointing. Disappointing.
like
They set up this stupid thing where they put a truck and there are these two balls filled with super acid.
for no reason.
I think it says hyper acid on it, and then the guy, the guy,
Might as well.
the guy has to scan his eyeballs. The general, you need the general to decommit.
Yeah, I don't understand why they went into this Oliver Stone nutcase conspiracy world tangent. It's like Area 51, Area 52. Who the hell gives a damn? But anyway, so yes, the scientist lady and military guy are getting rid of stuff with the hyper acid. So I guess to defend the film a little bit, it's not, it doesn't make sense. I guess the issue is that it has to be obvious for Venom saying, oh, I need to destroy the devil dog. So it's like, oh, that's acid. I'll use the acid at the end. Brilliant. Brilliant. See, the thing is with Angry Joe is they're not really film critics. They really don't know what they're talking about. I've noticed this a lot of times. They get basic facts about film wrong all the time. So they're not really great film historians here. Because if you understand film, you're like, oh, I see what they're doing. So it actually does make sense. It's still goofy and silly, but it's like, oh, okay, I think I know what you're doing. So I'd be like, yeah, the acid was kind of lame, but it's okay-ish. There are much worse things. There are many worse things in Venom.
Scene where she was like I don't know, on the beach with their brother or some stupid dark area with their brother, and he's like, "Oh, storms, when you
hear the thunder, get your ass inside.
when you hear the thunder, get under," or some stupid
Go
saying.
inside, go home or something.
And so they
Well, I agree that the Juno Temple character is pretty stupid. However, it does fit. When you understand film history more, you're like, oh, I get it. And it's really shocking that they didn't understand because this is really recent. It's Twister. Remember Twister? Remember Twister has a young girl who loses a loved one and grows up to be a scientist? So yeah, they just stole the premise of Twister. And by the way, Twisters just came out. So they're not just being lazy, they're being super lazy. It's like maybe they're doing a deep cut. No, no, with the Juno Temple, they're just like, yeah, we're just going to borrow from Twister. We're just going to take it. But in Twister, she loses the father. Here, it's like, oh my God. Oh my God. But now let's get back to the acid. I think the acid thing, if I'm correct, is probably Roger Rabbit. I don't want to spoil Roger Rabbit completely, but yeah, there's a final scene where acid is very critical. So I think there was like, oh, we're gonna do a Roger Rabbit. So the Codex is from Man of Steel. Juno Temple is from Twister, and then we have a little Roger Rabbit, and of course the dance sequences and all this. And by the way, this is shocking. Like we've seen this very recently, right? Joker Foley, not Axel Foley. Okay, dance numbers. Also, Beetlejuice has some dance numbers. This is not clever. It's been done by other people very recently, much better. But now they're like, no, Venom's a dance machine. He has to dance. He gets to get in danger. Start dancing. Start dancing, yeah. Start dancing to pop hits. Because we've never, ever seen this before. We've never seen a Guardians of the Galaxy film. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. So yeah, this thing is very stupid, it's very dumb, and it is very lazy and contrived. They just have no good ideas on their own. And the ideas that they do borrow, like, they don't really fit. So we're kind of stuck. If Sony sticks to their own ideas, it's Morbius in a Coke commercial, which is all that Madame Web was, or they're going to stretch themselves and steal from everyone else. Well, there we go. So if you want to see Man of Steel, but really dumb, Roger Rabbit, but really dumb, and now Twisters, really dumb, and Twister, really dumb, Venom The Last Dance will give you that. Won't give you a good film, but we'll give you a lot of silly, bad references to much better films. And that's what we got.